another episode, and you've probably already figured this one out. We're talking meal prep companies, and we've got the Street Food Co. that have sent me out some absolutely wonderful meals inspired by, obviously, street food. So what I'm gonna be doing is, during this week or during this video, I'm gonna actually be reviewing these meals. So I'm gonna eat them live throughout the week, and I'm gonna put this on the screen, which is what you're gonna see next. And I'm gonna review them as I go, but I'm also then gonna do a bit of a wrap up at the end of the week to give you guys a bit of an idea of what's in these meals, you know, what you can expect from them, and obviously a taste rating, and which one is my favorite, because they've sent me through quite a lot of meals, and I'm really grateful because, as you know, I love food. So I'm really looking forward to getting into these and trying them in comparison to a lot of the other pre-prepared meals that are on the market these days. So if you guys are struggling to obviously find meals to save time, to save money, something that's nutritious as well, it's got your fruits, got your vegetables, you know, you've got your quality meats in here, your protein, your fat, your carbs. It's a rounded meal, guys. And look, honestly, if you like street food, this is obviously tailored more towards that. So if you don't want something boring and you want something that you can get yourself into, this is probably gonna be a good option for you. So I'm really excited to try these. Not tried all of them yet. So far, so good. So I'm gonna jump forward in the video and do that. So stay with me as I review these meals, and I'll put some links in the description below, and would love to hear your guys' comments as well, what you think if you've tried these meals, if you're gonna try these meals, or what you think of the pre-prepared meals as well. So stay tuned for this one, guys, and in the meantime, check out these beautiful meals here. We'll be going through them one by one. So, hot. That's good. I actually had a little bit before I started this, and I'm gonna give that a solid 7 out of 10. That is the sweet and sour pork with fried rice. That's banging. And it definitely is what it says on the label. Street food. If you're into it, that one will hit the spot. All right, this one is the Tokyo Teriyaki Chicken. So, this looks good. I like it. We've got some vegetables here. We've got some greens, some beans. We've got a decent amount of chicken. A decent amount. It's a decent. So your calorie wise, you know, and I've showed you guys this before, that's not bad for the average person. I've got to add carbs to it and fruit, and I've got a new thing over here, but I'll make another post about that. But I'm going to give it a taste test. So, taste wise though, so far, third meal in, very good. Very, very good. Taste is up there. That's another 7, 8 out of 10. That's hard. Could go about 7.5 with that one. I'm pretty scrupulous, but that is good. Good balance between protein, carbs, and vegetables, and obviously your fats in there within the meat, the sauce. But taste-wise, yeah, street food. I'm impressed so far. Chicken, Chipotle Chicken. This is a fan favorite. It looks good. It's a decent helping. A little bit more rice in this one. A decent amount of meat. I like, one of the things that I've noticed about these meals is they've got a lot of sauce in them. So that is good because a lot of these meals are usually dry. So let me give it the taste test. Oh, I'm not wrong. 3 chilies. Oh, it's hot. Well, once again, I'm noticing the biggest thing with these meals is the flavor. It is ridiculously good. So again, that's got to be, initially, just on that, a good, again, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 because actually that's really flavoursome. It's spicy, but it's not offensively spicy. So if you like a bit of hot, then that one might be for you. This one looks tasty. Again, they're all about the same size, but very, very street food-esque. So let's give it a taste test. Let's see what we think on this one. I forgot my spoon again, guys, so I'm on the wooden one. It's not ideal. Well, there's a brisket, and it's definitely smoky. Again, I've already said this many times, but these are flavoursome. Let's get a bit of the mac and cheese. Oh yeah, that is rich. I'm gonna give that an 8 out of 10 because the macaroni cheese is actually really good considering it's a pre-made meal. The beef, flavoursome as hell. Again, I'd probably like a little bit more, so I'm gonna add my pita bread and some tangerines there as well. But all in all, so far on the taste. Can't really fault the street food. All right, today we've got the Penang chicken curry. I've mixed it up. There's a generous amount of meat in there. And again, we've got a decent amount of calories. The only thing I don't like about these particular meals, or some of these meals I should say, is the fat content. As you can see there, 30 grams of fat. For someone who is, not tracking their calories or even is health conscious, that's a large portion of one's fat in one meal. So, sort of getting up around the 20 gram mark is for a meal, it's pretty good. 30, you just have to monitor it for the rest of the day. Again, if you're on a gaining phase, probably not too bad depending on your total intake. Once again, taste-wise those, I'm gonna give that a good 8 out of 10. I know I'm giving 7 8s out of 10s, but again, I like to give it a tough critique, but at the same time, there's always room for improvement, but you gotta think, that's a pre-made meal, it's pretty damn good for taste. So yeah, again, on the taste wagon, very good. Bit high in the fat, but aside from that, good meal. All right, we're on the roast beef, and you know that I'm a fan of that because I'm British, and that's stereotypical, and that's a classic roast dinner right there. So we've got peas, could have been mushy, but that's all right, I'll let you off. But we've got these nice thick slicely carrots, and then thick slicely potatoes in like chipped wedges, which I've got to say I'm a bit of a fan of as well. So once again, staying in theme with the street food co. The flavors are great, guys. So that's one of the things I've noticed the most. The flavors are just banging. Very tasty, a lot of sauce, a good distribution. To be fair, this one does have a lower fat content, so there's only 10 grams on the, 11.2 to be exact on this one. So that's a lot better in terms of calorie distribution, personally, but even not exceeding 20. But overall, again, you know what? I'm gonna have to give that an 8.5 out of 10 because that taste and that combination for me is magic. So yeah, I rate that one. All right, today we are on the Portuguese peri chicken. So to be fair, in terms of visuals, this one probably looks like one of the best. Again, good portion of vegetables, a very generous serving of chicken, and a decent bit of rice, so not too bad. And if we look at the calories on this one, I like it, so not too bad. 409, 43 grams of protein, very generous, only 11.6 grams of fat and 49.7 grams of carbs. So for me, eating around 3,500 calories a day, that's a nice meal. But once again, I'm gonna add some carbs to it. Now for a bit of a taste test. Oh yes, very good. And again, it's got a little bit of spice in it, but not too much. Again, flavor-wise, that is up there. I'm gonna give that 7 out of 10. So once again, it comes through on flavor. That is obviously the key with the street food. It's really big on flavor. It's that classic kind of traditional, giving you what you want. And yeah, the taste we all know and love. Right, today we've got Thai green chicken curry. Okay, it's good, solid. I'm gonna go 7 out of 10, not 8. It's lacking a little something, but you've got to think about this. In terms of a pre-prepared meal that is still, macro friendly, flavor-wise, it's got to be one of the best, because obviously you get a proper Thai curry. It's a lot more calories and it's made fresh, but for what that is, very, very good. Again, same old story with the street food co. Really quality flavors, and the food is not dry, you know what I mean? It's like, it's moist, it's got everything you want in it, and it really delivers on flavor, so another banger. All right, here we go, guys. This one is the Hayanese, I think I'm pronouncing it right, I might not be, but anyway. Chicken. As we talked about before, it's never gonna look like it does on the box, but I tell you what, I've already had a sneaky little taste and it is absolutely magic. There we go, that's the definition there, if you guys wanna read it. That, I've got to say, as one of my favorite yet. It's a little bit spicy as well. It's not offensively spicy. I'm gonna give that a 9 out of 10. I know, 9 out of 10, so that one, definitely up there. It's the Mexican chicken burrito bowl. It's a fan favorite. I'll tell you what, that's good, that's really good. I might have saved the best till last here with these last few meals, because that is another 9 out of 10. the flavors are just, it's exactly like street food. It's not like a pre-prepared meal at all, and I'm honest with that. So that has to be up there with the chicken Hassan or whatever it was. I'm butchering the name that I had last night, but that so far for me is the best because the flavors are brilliant, and I'm a big fan of a burrito bowl. It's a nice balance of spice, but you've got really succulent chicken, great flavors, and you've got that salsa coming through, a bit of chili, but again, it's not offensively hot. So that one for me is a winner. It's the Japanese pork sausage curry, or as I like to call it, bangers and mash. But I've already had a sneaky taste. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a banger, excuse the pun, because I'll tell you why. How could it not be? With 45 grams of fat, that is ludicrous. 720 calories. I'm a calorie man, but that is a lot of fat in one meal. So you'd really have to watch the rest of your day's budget for calories or fats. I'll tell you this, if you're gonna spend 45 grams of fat on a meal, you want it to taste like that, because that, yeah, that's up there. That's gonna be another, I'm gonna go 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. That's high for me. So that's another one that's up there. But again, spendthrift with your calories on that one. All right, the Tuscan mushroom tortellini to finish. It's another high fat one. If we're looking at that, 37.5. So again, that's very high considering, you know, if you're gonna have another 2-3 round meal. So that'd be my only critique there. Apart from that, fat's great. Obviously, protein we could do with more, but it is pasta. Taste-wise though, again, that's a 9 out of 10. But you'd expect that with this to be as high fat as it is, because fat obviously makes things taste good. So again, if you've got calories to spare, brilliant. I'm obviously thinking from a fitness perspective, there's nothing wrong with fat, but obviously if you're having 3 of these a day, or sorry, 2 main meals and then, you know, a breakfast or a dinner, you might find yourself a bit short. But aside from that, I think the theme of all of this has just been the flavors are banging. So all in all, I really like street food. I'm gonna do a review, I'm gonna do a bit of a recap. So the wrap up, guys, you've had a look at the meals. I went through all of them. I gave you a little bit of a synopsis. Thank you again to the Street Food & Co. for sending me out these meals. I do really appreciate that. I said I'd give them an honest review, and I have. In summary, I would say that on flavor, they are the best that I've ever had, and I'll be quite honest with you, second to none. Obviously, street food is a little bit more interesting than your general meal prep or your standard meal combinations, right? So if you're someone who's a bit of a food connoisseur, I would definitely recommend the street food as well. If you are really cutting or you're on a diet, you might find some of them a little bit hard to fit in your macros as the fat was a bit high, but across the board, for most people, I do believe that you'll get the macros within your daily calories. So especially someone who's a little bit more fanatical about their fitness, and I think that's another advantage, having the combination of, you know, food where you can enjoy something that's a little bit more tasty, but at the same time, you know, you're still getting enough protein, fat, carbs. You've still got your vegetables, say your fruits in there. I don't think they do the fruit one yet. Vegetables within there as well. So you're ticking a lot of your nutritional needs every day. They're well priced. They're easy to get your hands on. I'm thinking that they distribute them at a few stores nearby in Australia, but again, ultimately on the website is the best, and they obviously do a lot of good work for the community as well. So all in all, great product, really liked it. Check out, if you've not already, the website. I'll put the link in the description. If you do have any questions, make sure you contact the team at thestreetfood.co. And if you like the video, give it a like, subscribe for weekly videos, comment if you want to see any more videos like this, or any questions. Make sure you share it with someone else who will find this fun, entertaining, and valuable. And of course, until the next episode, stay fearless.